Doris, league-wide scoring is on the rise. Offensive basketball is really being pushed.
Really, Kevin, we are treated to two teams with elite shot making, incredibly skilled basketball players from positions 1 through 5, bigs who can shoot it, guys who can put it on the deck. I mean, what more could we ask for, Kevin?
Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward. Count it.
Well, you love seeing Westbrook fire with confidence from the mid-range. This guy knows he can consistently make those shots.
Pass to Wiggins. Outside, Towns. Shoots over Capella, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Wiggins.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Westbrook with a wide-open look. That three off the mark. Here's Minnesota. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. Wiggins, right side. No good on his first attempt of the game. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Westbrook. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
Well, needless to say, the intensity is always there for Russell Westbrook. How about that? Wow.
Pass to Towns. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Yep, it counts.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Passes it to House. Westbrook with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. The pass to House. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Fast break, Minnesota. Teague's got the ball. Covington wide open. He fires. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Well, Covington has made himself a viable and legitimate three-point shooter. How about that one?
Capella finds Tucker. From deep, Harden. Rebound, Minnesota.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And it's Wiggins missing. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Covington sends it back.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Here's Wiggins. That shot, no good. And it's Houston the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Now Teague. James Harden missing on the three. And Doris for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
Free throw, good, Teague. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
moment to see numbers for Capella. 3rd in field goal percentage, 5th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment, 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. For 3, Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Harden. Timberwolves leading by 5. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I spoke with Ryan Saunders. One player who's on his mind in this matchup is Clint Capella, an extremely mobile and athletic 7-footer. Coach said he's a star in his role, defense and vertical spacing. Kevin, we'll see how they handle him.
Thank you, David. Harden can't hit.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. James Harden, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Pass to House. Back to Westbrook. To end the drought, bangs home the trifecta. Westbrook's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You can see how much time and effort Westbrook has put into working on that range shot. Under control, well balanced, really good stuff.
Now here's Teague. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Kicks it to Graham. Clock at 6. Teague the pass to Graham. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Harden against Wiggins. Lob pass to Capella. He can't get it to go.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Stolen by Westbrook. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you. You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Houston. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Minesota Timberwolves, a few slots below them.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
Here's Teague following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Towns. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Capella. Teague against Westbrook. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Teague kicks to Wiggins. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe sends that shot back. My goodness.
And the dunk by Capella.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Graham after Clint Capella's bucket. Pass to Wiggins. He kicks it to Graham. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Teague. Covington trying to break free. Great D that time from Westbrook.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Now here's Harden. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. A miss that time would have put him up.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
From outside the arc, Houston gets it back. Capella.
Clearly a foul.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Cephalosha comes in for Daniel House. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. All free throws good from Capella. So it's the Timberwolves now. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, Greg, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Teague can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And the dunk by Capella.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Teague, and Capella sends it back.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Shots good by McLemore.
and beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now, here is Bell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. Now here's Rivers. Here's Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
2 shots. Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Early on, players vying for larger roles and more minutes. And Doris, always interesting to see how all of that materializes.
Yeah, Kev, I think unless you have a veteran team who's maybe been in the playoffs and established themselves, there's nothing set in stone yet. Obviously, guys are looking to prove themselves from the very moment that ball is tipped up in the air. And who gets a rhythm early? Who starts off strong? Let's see.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Timberwolves trail by 8. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
On defense, Houston, 8-point game. And here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of a do-it-all big man.
Specifically, how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
The free throw drops for Bell.
And to me, guys, there will always be a place in the NBA for an athlete of Jordan Bell's ilk, right? Some people were very surprised that he fell to the second round.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Chandler outside. Just 5 on the clock. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, you see Chandler uses his length and guile to take full advantage inside.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Okogie. Here's Lehman, guarded by McLemore. Here's Lehman. He also had a big impact in that win against the Spurs.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Rivers scanning the floor. 26 seconds left to play in the first. And yes, it's good. And it's a 9-point Houston lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To the right side. A nice shot by Culver. And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
Yep, one step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
They've got Lehman. Bell is out there with Chang. Then it's Culver, and it's Okogie in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship.
Take a break.
LeBron James has got
2 shots.
multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin.
That free throw good from McLemore. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Okogie. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bell passes to Culver. Chandler with the block.
Now, this is a guy who's always been able to get off the floor quickly, and Chandler gets all of that shot attempt right there.
Here's Capella, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Nuggets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Rivers. Culver dishes to Jang. Bell trying to break loose, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, this is, to me, where Zhang is really starting to improve, making moves inside that force the defender's hand.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, good from Zhang.
You'd be hard-pressed to find an area where Zhang's growth has not been seen. No longer a guy you can send to the line.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Onlay's checked in. And Zhang drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Lob pass to Capella. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Layman. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
McLemore, the pass to Capella. Tipped away. Timberwolves trail by 7. Inside, here's Layman. Lays it up off the glass.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. Now Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Minnesota, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's a Kogi. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rivers passes to Capella. Off on the layup.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
6 on the shot clock. McLemore, no good. Timberwolves trail. Culver with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
And the second free throw, good.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
Now here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now here's McLemore. Defense right on him. And the pass to Chandler. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wiggins has got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Cephalosha. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, here's Tucker. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Culver. And it's all evened up. Culver's got his second bucket tonight.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Rivers against Wiggins. McLemore inside the line. They grab their own miss. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the first one drops. Doris, one of the biggest free agent signings in years. LeBron James going to the Lakers. What did you think of his first season with L.A.?
Well, when you're LeBron James, perhaps no athlete in the history of the NBA has borne the weight of expectation as much as LeBron. So if there's anything short of a playoff appearance, there's disappointment. But what I would say is, through Christmas Day and his first real injury that he had to endure, LeBron was playing like an MVP. We are talking about one of the greatest to ever do it. I expect them to turn things around in Lakerland this year.
I agree with you, and I agree on your prediction. Now, here's Wiggins. He's got 8. They get a hand on it. Now, here is Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got his first points of the game.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Towns kicks to Wiggins, pass to Culver. Wiggins surveying the floor. Shoots over Tucker. Here's Vonleh. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Westbrook. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Graham's checked in, and it's Teagan for Culver. On defense, Minnesota. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
You know, defensively, you have to contract to take away the over-the-top lob to Chandler.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. The offensive rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
The Timberwolves have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The free throw drops for Towns.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Now Towns, after Westbrook's missed 3. Here's Graham. Up again, but they'll get another chance.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Rockets trail. And here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And the first one at the line is good.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, you think about Robert Covington's evolution since entering the NBA. When he started his career in Philadelphia, he got on the floor because of his defensive versatility. But credit this young man's work ethic because he put a ton of time in to become a respectable shooter.
Here's Chandler. Graham with the rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Covington's shot is off.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. And with Covington, he really has catapulted himself into one of the elite wing defenders, Doris, in the NBA.
And consider, after he was traded, he took more of a leadership role because he was the best defender on the roster. And you know this, wherever he has gone, Robert Covington has made a huge difference on the defensive end of the floor.
Chandler's shot, good. Chandler's got the game tied up here for Houston.
Well, there's the king of the putbacks, right? Chandler devastating on the offensive glass.
Teague bounce pass. From 6 away. And Chandler sends it back. Here is House. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. For 3, Westbrook. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Now Teague. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And Westbrook, here we go, cans the 12-footer. Westbrook's got 13.
I think you've got to admire the court awareness of Russell Westbrook, because if you give him a window on the drive, he's going to take it for sure.
Graham dishes to Teague. Looking to get back on track here, and it's good on the layup.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And for Houston, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and it's Houston with another.
I tell you, Westbrook always looking to pull up if the defense backs off.
Teague surveying the D. Passes it to Wiggins. No good on the 3. Houston in the lead. Shoots from the baseline. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Teague. Covington finds Wiggins, just 4 to shoot. Floats one up. He can't get that one. Nice D from Chandler. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Graham. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Good on both. And so it's Houston with it. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Westbrook, no good. The Timberwolves shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Okogie, no luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Teague against Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up, and it's Westbrook missing. Timberwolves shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. They get it back, and he goes in for the dunk.
Man, is this guy quick off the floor. Jordan Bell with the offensive board and putback. Nice.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Teague the pass to Bell, and a strong finish with two hands.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Here's Capella. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
For Houston, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Capella. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Layman's checked in, and then for Houston, Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Chandler. McLemore has come in for Daniel House, and it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Timberwolves leading by 3. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Teague the pass to Towns. Back to Teague. And Capella sends it back, and they're able to recover. McLemore with the ball. Here's Harden, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew, for you personally, a great first half. You really got to the rim a lot of times. What are you seeing out there?
Just a mindset to attack the rim early, try to mark my presence.
We certainly saw you in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. For Minnesota, the first quarter was not an easy one. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half and now hold the 1-point lead. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Minnesota in the lead. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the three, the small forward.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
And here is Teague following Russell Westbrook's three. Teague, the pass to Towns. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Harden. And another three for Houston. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Westbrook. That shot missing. Great D that time from Teague. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And it's Wiggins missing. Westbrook against Teague.
You know, you think back to the history of players in the NBA and who can match up to the intensity of Russell Westbrook. This guy goes full speed, 100% every second he's on the floor, and regardless of how you rate Westbrook, you have got to admire what he brings nightly.
And he makes the first.
So Russell Westbrook, the man who only got a college scholarship because someone else didn't want it, comes into the NBA as simply an athletic combo guard, has turned himself into one of the NBA's best. What a story, Mr. Harlan.
So he gets them both. Timberwolves trail by 3. Teague, the pass to Graham. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Wiggins finds Teague. Clock at 6. The fader. That's tipped.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
Harden, the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Covington. They get it again. Capella. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Teague drives in, draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, that takes concentration from Jeff Teague, Kevin, right? He's got to convert through contact. Remarkable strength. Pretty good style, too. Not bad.
And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background when his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
free throw, no good for Teague.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Now, here's Capella. He's got 9. Here's House. Second shot opportunity. And it's Capella missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Covington with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 20. That shot is off. Great D that time from T. On the wing, Wiggins. Over Westbrook. And again, it's Minnesota.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Now, here's Westbrook. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The 3 from Harden. Here's Capella. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots, you've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
Here to see the numbers for James Harden. He's getting around 38 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there, and that's what makes this guy so hard to check.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Looking to end the run. It's good from long range. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Teague, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Westbrook. 20 points for him.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
A nice shot by Culver.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Here's Westbrook. Following the score by Jarrett Culver. Westbrook with the bucket. Here's T. 8 points for him. The pass to Jang. The dish to Wiggins. Knocked away. Stolen by Harden. And it's the Rockets on the break. Oh, and the jam by Capella. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 19 rebounds.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And here's Westbrook. He's got 22. There's the triple. And no good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. To the inside. Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists now in the game. Rockets trail by 9. Outside Westbrook. Fires from deep. Kept alive.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, here's Teague. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Goes back up. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Teague's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Harden outside. Pass to House. The 10-footer. That one rolling around and rims out.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
High arcing shot. Good D by Westbrook.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Off target from outside.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Now here's Wiggins. Defense is right there. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from James Harden. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Culver. 9 points in the game so far. Wiggins outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
And here are the Rockets now, trailing here by 8. Pass to McLemore. Harden outside. Kicks to Rivers beyond the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Bell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Layman. Makes it off the glass. Layman's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Harden dishes to Capella. Passes to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Culver. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from McLemore. The Timberwolves shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And there's the pass to Layman. Pass to Wiggins. Fires for 3. The rebound by Harden. Rockets trail by 8. Pass to McLemore. He kicks to Rivers. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Wiggins. 17 points in the game. Now Bell passes it to Wiggins. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Wiggins has got 10 points here in the second half.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And Minnesota has possession following the miss by Austin Rivers. Here's Layman. He's guarded by Rivers. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. That one goes in. Towns has got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
Well, there's a willingness to mix it up on the glass, and that's a big plus for Karl Anthony Towns.
Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded. And Cephalosha with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now here is Cephalosha. Here's Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
36 seconds left in the third. Okogie, the pass to Towns, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden. Well, there is no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Timberwolves. Good on the second free throw.
Make no mistake, Karl Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst the best players in the league. What a problem he poses for defenses, guys.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McLemore with the ball. 8 points for him. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 8. Down low. Here's Towns. Plays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 9 points here in the second half.
So polished, so assertive down low. Karl Anthony Towns comfortable in this area.
Now here's Harden. No good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 10. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Bell. Then it's Culver. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Okogie in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
First one falls for him.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. And so he makes both from the line. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Harden.
Well, Russell Westbrook has excelled at being a facilitator. You love when he's focused on making his teammates better.
Now here's Covington. Over McLemore. Covington's shot is off.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And here's Harden for 3. That one's not going to go. And Minnesota will come the other way. Baseline try, and Culver gets it to go on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 3 assists tonight. Harden surveying the D. Lets it go with a 3. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Westbrook. Now, here's Culver. He's covered by Westbrook. And here's Culver. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Okogie, guarded by Harden. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Minnesota making some changes. Graham's checked in, and it's Teagan for Culver. And so it's Houston with it. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. To tie it up, it's Westbrook with the drive, and it's good on the way in. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. The pass to Graham. 16 feet away. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Harden to take the lead. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Graham with the bucket.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's Harden with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Towns is doubled. Here's Graham, covered by Cephalosha. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Graham, the pass to Covington. From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Cephalosha, and Daniel House subbed in for James Harden. The Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pass to House to take the lead. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns. That one misses. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 16-5 run. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns is Okogie, the pass to Graham. Pass to Towns. Knocks it loose. Passes it to Okogie. Shoots a 3, sinks the three-pointer. Okogie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
House, and the rejection by Town. Graham, the pass to Okogie. Kicks it to T. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's House. Another miss by Houston. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Okogie.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Here is House. In the corner, it's McLemore. They need this one. Can't hit that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Graham. Rebound by House. Rockets trail by 4. And McLemore kicks to House. Back to McLemore. Now here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. McLemore, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Covington. And it's good, 2 points.
This is about perseverance and passion. Robert Covington refuses to be denied.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington.
when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Josh Okogie. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's House. But he gets it back.
And the fourth quarter just has not been kind. Only one bucket in 5 attempts.
Teague against Westbrook. Here's Towns. He can't hit that time. So Houston will take it the other way. Westbrook against Teague. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Westbrook drives in. Yep, that one goes in there. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Teague, the pass to Graham. Back to Teague, looking to end his cold spell.
How about the little man's ability to get up? What a vertical by Jeff Teague.
Outside Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Teague. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here is House. And the rejection by Towns.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jeff Teague. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Houston making a switch. Harden's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Rockets trail by 6. Now Westbrook. Wiggins with the block.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Teague can't hit. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Wiggins with some nice D.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
Houston now, time running out. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lob pass to Capella, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Minnesota leading by 8. Teague with the ball. He dishes it to Towns. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, Russell Westbrook is as powerful a dunker as there is in the league. You almost feel bad for the rim.
There's the pass to Towns. And Capella sends it back. Here is House, covered by Wiggins. Now here's Westbrook. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Harden against T. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 8. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here is Harden outside Westbrook from the arc. Offensive rebound. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And this guy eats glass for a living. Capella with great anticipation on the backboard.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, Towns. Teague against Westbrook. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And the dunk by Capella.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. .29 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Jeff Teague. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Tucker finds Westbrook. Offline with his 3.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Shooting for Minnesota, Karl-Anthony Towns. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
It's deflected, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Rockets ball. Jake Layman.
And here's Cephalosha for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's Culver. And so Minnesota takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear